Hey, welcome to the inaugural, the pilot, the what else do you call it?
Numero uno.
Numero uno. What is it called when you launch a ship? Like you have
the maiden voyage.
Thank you.
Yes.
This is the first episode of Mock of Love, a name that we'll have for this podcast until we're told otherwise by legal. I am Andy, and I am joined by my partner in life,
Ashley.
And this is Ashley. And this is a podcast that we decided to start because of our love of what we like to call the golden age of VH1 reality television. Ashley, how would you define that?
Oh, man. Well, Rock of Love, I just looked this up. I didn't know this off the top of my head. First aired in 2007.
Mm-hmm.
I think this show and Flavor of Love kind of started it all for VH1. And I can't emphasize what a big deal these shows were. Everybody watched them. As we've gone back and watched episodes, I watched every season. And I remember bits and pieces. And it all comes back when you start watching all these freaking insane
because it's lunacy
characters that you meet.
Yeah. And it really started, I think, with Flavor of Love. I think Flavor of Love is the start of it all. But Ashley and I have a fondness for Rock of Love, and so we're choosing
soft spot in the heart.
Yeah, we're gonna tackle Flavor of Love eventually, but we got to start with Rock of Love. And what do you want to break down, like, the premise of Rock of Love for us, babe?
The premise of Rock of Love is that the oh so handsome Bret Michaels of Poison fame has decided that he is going to pick from his groupies. Essentially.
Yeah,
right?
It feels like you're backstage and they found some wasted women.
Some girls that like to party.
Yeah.
And he's going to pick the love of his life from this stellar group.
And it's amazing. We're starting with season 1, episode 1 of Rock of Love. What's important to note is that Bret Michaels is the singer of the band Poison. And now I guess he's not really in Poison anymore. He's like the singer for the Bret Michaels band.
Yeah, he does his own solo thing is happening.
Yeah, and when you start the show, he sings the opening credits.
And it is painful.
Chef's kiss. No notes. Ashley, can you recite the lyrics off the top of your head? There's probably more than what goes into the 10 seconds of intro lyrics.
How does the beginning go again?
It starts with please.
Please let me be your... No.
Let me
introduce
myself.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you off like there's no one else.
Like, leave it to Andy to remember the lyrics.
Gross. Yeah, it's gross. I remember it because it's gross. This man is... How old is he in this? Is he 50-something?
I looked this up. Yeah, I think he's in his late 40s. No, he's in his 40s.
He's in his 40s?
Yeah.
Keep that microphone there.
Okay.
This is Ashley's first podcast.
Don't out me.
But it's his first thing, and he's looking for love. He's in his 40s. The lyrics are, please let me introduce myself. I'm going to get you off like there's no one else. Please let me be your fantasy.
Something about a limousine.
Touch my backstage pass. Ride my limousine. Let me, and then it's something, let me be your rock of love.
Rock of love.
But if you like that, if you think this is good music, man, you might belong on the show, because I'm not a fan. Brett, if you're listening, I don't like your song. Yeah. I think it's a bad song.
And his voice.
I
don't mean to be a hater.
It takes
clearly
all
the man
kinds.
is successful. He's done well for himself. Poison was very popular.
Mm-hmm.
He has all these ladies that really want him badly.
It's confusing.
It's confusing because neither Andy nor I are the biggest fan of his music or his voice.
Or his looks or his personality. And that's, this show is not because we're like big Bret Michaels fans. It's because it's hysterical what they do. What makes this the golden age of VH1 reality TV? What makes Rock of Love and its partner shows, everything from Surreal Life on to Flavor of Love and so on, is that they refuse to let any host, any contestant, any performers be taken seriously. They will try and take themselves seriously. The editing crew, the visuals, the sounds, the music cues, they will not let you believe for a second that these people are serious humans.
They are making fun of, and rightfully so, every person.
Everybody's
on
so
this
ridiculous.
show. Every interview clip, there's some funky music playing.
And it only gets better.
Letting you know just how ridiculous they are.
I need to write down some of the editing team, because it's really a damn shame that other reality shows haven't taken a cue from this to just mercilessly mock the premise, mock the characters, and just let them believe that there's. We do have the episode playing in the background, and
so if you
we've got some fan favorites coming up.
If you hear us doing some commentary, it's because we have the episode on mute. The season 1. Episode 1 on mute.
Let me get the captions going. That might be
captions would be good.
Yeah, we at some point I will figure out how to get clips of the audio going into here. But it's safer for copyright purposes if right now we just play it on mute with the subtitles. But what we're being introduced to, what would you say? What does this look like? 20 young women?
Yeah. They're all probably half his age.
Yeah.
If that. And he's bringing out Big John, who is a big part of the show as well.
Big John is ex-military. Brett says that he is a sniper. I don't have the Wikipedia page pulled up. I refuse to say, I will never question John's service in the U.S. military.
Also, we will do no research for this podcast.
This is just for our fun. But Big John, his purpose in Brett's life is to be his homie and to be his security. Mm-hmm. And he starts off the episode 1, season 1, by kicking off women that he's just like, Bret Michaels will not fuck you.
Yeah. He plays the role that this dude would play at a concert.
Correct.
He goes around the crowd and picks out who's coming backstage.
It's really, it kind of makes the skin crawl a little bit. Am I wrong?
No, there's so much cringe in this show, especially...
It's dated, too.
Yes.
It's dated cringe.
Going back and watching it now, it's backwards. There's a lot of misogyny.
Oh.
Gross misogyny.
You're going to hear about a lot of misogyny.
If this aired today, it wouldn't air today.
You couldn't.
They wouldn't do it.
Bret Michaels, I don't know. I like to believe that people can grow. People can change. But the shit he says is...
Whew.
Yeah.
He really likes himself.
He does, and he really objectifies. And I mean, let's be honest, this is probably what rock stars are known for at this point in time.
Yeah.
80s hair metal artist from Poison.
Praised.
Correct.
Right?
These women wanted to be seen as sexy and hot.
Yeah. When this was airing, it was what was happening here was a praised lifestyle, right? The party lifestyle, the rock and roll life. I mean, not that doesn't still exist, but it's kind of next level.
Yes. He is shameless about it. So Big John, we're watching right now. Big John is, as I said, he is sending 4 women home that he's just like, you're not Brett's type. You aren't fuckable. And they are mad. Yeah. And what's the title of this episode, Ashley? Do you remember?
No. What is it?
I bet you could guess if you see who's going home and who is going to refuse to go home. What do you think the episode's called?
Oh, that's right. Don't threaten me.
Yes, that is the title of this episode. And what's her name?
Tiffany.
Thank you.
Tiffany will not, throughout this whole first episode, she gets blackout drunk.
Well, first she gets kicked off by Big John.
Yeah.
And then
she comes back.
Refuses to leave.
Comes back.
Just says, no, I don't like this. I'm
not
staying.
leaving. Yeah.
And so they just let her stay. And she proceeds to, as you said,
get blackout drunk and repeat
all she says.
All she says, yeah. Don't threaten me with a good time.
And she somehow Yeah, she will be here for a second.
Yeah.
And not much longer, but she says it.
She maybe makes it through one. Not that I don't want to give spoilers, you know.
Yeah.
Do we care about spoilers? Or are we assuming
We do
that
because
our
we're going
audience
through
has
this.
seen
I mean,
okay.
we do. We don't we at the end of every episode, let's kind of break it down. At the end of every episode, we will give a very moving eulogy for the women who are voted off that evening.
Yeah.
There's a lot that's going on, and these people, you know, these women, they put their souls into this.
And they put their hearts and their vaginas into it.
Oh my God, there's yeah. We've watched a lot of this, and there's so much that I want to say about subsequent seasons, subsequent episodes. Let's just say the women are in the house.
Yeah.
So the episode started. John's kicked off 4 or 5 women. Tiffany refuses. Don't threaten her with a good time. The women immediately, they're not hanging out with Bret Michaels. They immediately go inside and start getting trashy drunk.
Just pouring strong cocktails.
Another thing that I feel like should be called attention to is the recklessness of the production. is
they
how
just let them drink. You know, I was telling Andy, like on a lot of the reality shows that I watch now, alcohol is hidden. They don't have see-through cups because they're so careful about the idea of like people getting too drunk on the show.
Yeah.
But on this show, everyone is
encouraged,
flagrantly like downing liquor.
Blotto. Everybody
blacked out.
Multiple women will get like blackout drunk on
Throw
episode
up.
1, season 1. And you don't see that on The Fucking Bachelor.
No.
And wouldn't it be better if
not
you,
even on like Love Island,
right?
Or, you know,
and I think, you know, let's
not even on Too Hot to Handle.
Let's recall what ended the quote unquote golden age of VH1 reality TV. Which
okay, we're gonna start at the end.
Well, I'm not going to start at the end. I just feel like it's important to point out that this was confined to a moment in time because there was a show in the history of VH1's reality TV show, you know, banging hits called Megan Wants a Millionaire, where one of the contestants from Rock of Love, who was also on Beauty and the Geek, not a VH1 show, but the character Megan, who bounced around, she got another show called Megan Wants a Millionaire where she wanted to date a rich guy, marry a rich guy. Great. This is a fucking awesome show. Well, the last 2 or 3 episodes of that show never aired because a semifinalist murdered a woman, cut up her body, burned off her fingerprints and shit, and stuffed her in a suitcase.
Psycho.
And that all came to light before the final episodes could air. And I think that was when VH1 production had to take a good long look in the mirror and go, hey,
we're not vetting these shows properly.
Hey, maybe standards.
Someone might die, get hurt or die.
Yeah. We invited a murderer to hang out and flirt with a woman on TV. This could have gone a very different direction.
Right.
So that was the end. And so I think we live in a time where these production precautions are taken, but before that, it was
the Wild Wild West, baby.
Man, it's like some what was that? Was that movie Babylon, where like early Hollywood, Margot Robbie and everything, where you're like, oh, people actually are just getting run over by horses.
Yeah.
It was that, but reality TV. You know, they were like, what if we fed them alcohol 24 hours a day?
Motocross.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's going to happen. Spoilers. Well, Tiffany talked her way back in just now.
Tiffany's coming. People are cheering.
Did she blow Big John?
I think there's a strong possibility. I've been wondering how much action Big John gets.
Same. Like, what
throughout
if
the show?
I do wonder if some of the girls might end up having feelings more for Big John.
Yeah.
Than for Bret Michaels.
Yeah, because he's like around more.
He's around more, and he doesn't get a chance to talk a lot.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if there's more personality, humor. You know,
I think Big John's getting some.
Yeah, quite possible.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they both, Bret Michaels and Big John, are permanently wearing bandanas.
Yes.
You will see Bret Michaels only not wearing a bandana in season 2.
Yeah,
for an episode,
maybe like 1 or 2 times. There's no bandana,
and when you see it, you're like, oh, your hair's not like thinning.
Yeah, So I don't totally understand why
Decisions are made every day.
His style, or if he is trying to like cover up some thinning or receding hairline. It's hard to tell. Brandy M. She's one of my favorite. I'm just gonna.
Is Brandy M the one? Is Brandy M? Because there's two Brandys, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
there's
we're looking
Brandy
at Rodeo,
C, right, and Brandy M.
Which one's the one that sounds like Quinn from
Brandy
Daria?
C.
Brandy C. Is that your one that you like?
No, I like Brandy M.
Brandy M.
The stripper.
Okay, got it.
High
Oh,
class,
yeah.
Classy stripper.
Correct. Yes. Let's be clear.
Except her nickname ends up being like Wild One on the show or something like that.
No, her nickname ends up being like Blowjob Brandy. So yeah, the classy stripper.
Aww.
Brett Michaels.
Woman after my own heart.
We just have Brett Michaels being revealed to us in the episode, and the women are reacting and they're cheering.
And they just think he is the most sexy thing ever.
And he looks just like an aging 40-year-old man that you would see outside of Guitar Center in Hollywood.
In Orange County.
Orange County or Hollywood?
Yeah, one or the other. Yeah, I get big Orange County vibes from him.
I agree.
He always wears a cowboy hat.
But I need to what I would like to say.
Lots of affliction.
Lots of no tap out affliction. Ed Hardy.
And Ed Hardy.
By Christian Audigier. As it's pointed out. But I got a Orange County vibes. Brett Michaels does give strong Orange County vibes, but you never been to the Guitar Center in Hollywood, okay?
Okay.
90% of the dudes working there look like this.
Okay.
They're just hanging on to their rock and roll looks for dear life, and it's like, man, that hair has seen its last can of Aquanet. All right, man,
God.
you cannot keep doing this. It is.
Yeah, Brett's hair is long. I mean, I'm going to assume that people that are listening to this or have watched or are watching, but yeah, long rock and roll hair. He's got some earrings, a few tattoos.
Always a bandana. An Affliction shirt, Ed Hardy shirt, cowboy hat.
But this weird Western vibe. That's why I say Orange County.
Well, the thing to recognize is that, like,
Oh,
Poison,
he's already French kissing.
Is he French kissing Amber, who got kicked? Tiffany, who got kicked off? I think that was.
I think it might have been Tiffany.
That was Tiffany worming her way back into his good graces.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah.
And now she's posing. She looks looted out.
Ooh.
She looks like she is. Oh my gosh.
She took something maybe before this.
There's a part of her that said, "I'm on a lot of chemicals right now." That is what Brett Michaels just said about her. But like not full blown.
No.
Something
tasteful.
Something to understand. Don't watch this with your kids. It's on Hulu.
Do not.
It's on Hulu. Season 1. There's a lot of, body parts that we've already seen Heather flash a titty. But season 2, they do not blur.
They do not blur anything.
There's full frontal.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, okay.
It was I didn't know that happened on VH1. It was a little jarring.
Yeah.
We pulled up season 2
and
we were seeing full frontal.
And it's also like one of those things where, 2007, 2008, you didn't have streaming services.
Right.
Maybe there was the Rock of Love unrated edition.
Oh, yeah. They came on later at night or something.
Oh, no. I was thinking you buy the box set and you can buy the regular
DVD set. Yeah.
You can buy the regular, you can buy the uncensored.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was a big deal back then for shows to do their box set DVD and add some extras and make, extended scenes.
And anytime you saw the words unrated, uncensored or unrated, you knew there might be boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're meeting Jess and Lacey now.
Lacey.
So these are people that will be important to us later in the season.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have our fan favorites in here, I gotta say.
Yeah. And I'm trying to not say too much because we know who gets eliminated, right? So I think we just need to stick with talking about the girls in each episode, or my brain starts going towards, oh, there's the winner.
Yeah. And then there's this space cadet who
who is that? What's her name even?
I don't know, but she's got lost puppy vibes.
What's
your name?
Baby deer eyes.
What's your name? She doesn't ever have a quote unquote connection with Brett.
No.
That word is used a lot in every dating show.
Are you here for Brett? Is a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have a real connection with Brett and you're not here for Brett.
They just showed a picture of Jessica and broke the camera lens with it. This poor Jessica girl.
Oh,
this is how you'll be remembered. This is what I'm saying. The editors refuse to let people take themselves seriously.
No. Yeah, if someone even tries to have like a serious moment or like it's emotional about something, there's still a joke that's thrown in there, which I appreciate.
Yes.
It keeps the whole thing light.
Yes.
You know, even when they're having like a crazy fight.
Fist fights do break out.
It's light because a joke is thrown in by someone.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the musical cues, every time Ashley and I are watching this, I always will pause and go, how did these people made their own incidental music for this moment? Like the level of detail and care. Yeah, exactly. It's like boom, 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 boom. When like somebody's trying to have like a heartfelt moment, they'll just like drop the tuba needle drop on there and totally rip them to shreds with a needle drop. And it's
or even if someone's crying, it'll become mocking music.
Yeah. They do not care that these women are having feelings about Bret Michaels, and neither should you. These are not
ridiculous.
Serious people.
It is ridiculous.
In the words of Brian Cox in Succession,
you
are not serious people.
Oh, I love Succession.
Serious people. We are not watching Succession. I'll tell you what. This is as far as you can get from prestige television.
Yeah.
This is trailer trash television, and we are here to talk to you about it. And
and the whole premise too is that, all of these, it's just, I guess, like The Bachelor or any other reality show, but all of these women are fighting for one man. And he gets upset if they seem like they might be in open relationships or bisexual.
Yeah.
But he wants all of them to be like monogamous to him, but he gets to do whatever he wants.
Yes.
It's that whole kind of like rock star vibe.
It is that era of misogyny and just kind of like of gender norms.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Exactly. Of course, Bret Michaels would sleep with 100 women, but one man.
You do not own my penis, but I own your genitalia.
Yes. Exactly.
It's really cool stuff that he's pulling off.
And they're not allowed to be jealous either. That's a big, theme in the show is if a girl starts getting jealous, she's needy and she's out of there.
You don't know what happens backstage. You're not going to make it if you get jealous about women.
You can't handle this.
Like, okay, well, but it's a wild level of misogyny, and I don't know. I this is a spoiler.
Emotional abuse. I don't know.
No, I won't spoil it. I thought about dropping a spoiler, but I can just say that there's a reason that Bret is in his 40s and still single, and I guess it's not a spoiler because there's a season 2 of Rock of Love.
Yeah.
It doesn't
and a
stick.
season 3.
It doesn't doesn't seem to stick.
It's not a serious thing.
Go figure after having 2 children.
Yeah, they try to build up at the end like that this is real love and the whole time he's a rock star.
Yeah. And I want to go back to the word connection.
I use the word rock star loosely.
Yes. No.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're correct though. Like the rock star thing, I think that's a better point because I wanted to talk about, Bret Michaels' tour schedule.
Oh yeah.
That we discover in season 3
exactly.
is I joked about it being just a continuous circuit between Omaha and Wichita. And you look at the season 3 Rock of Love bus where they go on tour, and it's not far off from that.
By the way, we love Omaha and Wichita.
Respect. Hopefully we got listeners out there in Tulsa, Sioux Falls,
but what
Sioux
we're
City.
saying is like he's not hitting Dallas. He's not hitting the big cities,
Even
That's
though he's got Orange County vibes,
at.
he doesn't make it to Orange County.
Yeah.
This episode is filmed in LA, but he doesn't seem to have a lot of shows in LA during this time.
Yeah. And what, I don't think this spoils things either. Like what starts to happen by the second season is the first season was so much more wildly popular than VH1 ever thought it would be, that he kind of blew up and was really famous for a minute. And so his tour kind of got bigger. His crowds got bigger. There were like fans at every city that they would go to. So it's kind of wild to like watch that happen to it. Kind of sorry, Bret, a little bit washed up guy. And then all of a sudden you get this reality show and you're popular again.
Yeah. Like all of a sudden people care to hear Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
Yeah.
And girls. Yeah. No, Talk Dirty to Me.
Because when were those songs?
Girls is Motley Crue.
Okay.
Talk Dirty to Me. I should look this up for the podcast.
We did no research.
Hang on. But I've got the internet. Poison. hits. 80s.
There's a few that they play on the show over and over again.
Every Rose Has Its Thorn. Okay, we said that. Songs, Poison songs from the 80s. Unskinny Bop. I do remember. Unskinny Bop.
Oh, yeah. I remember that song.
Nothing But a Good Time. Cry Tough.
Nothing but a good time.
But the thing about a lot of his new stuff, like there's energy to those Poison songs. His new stuff feels like very much I'm listening to Trey Parker and Matt Stone from South Park do songs that would be on the basketball soundtrack. Hey, God, you're standing there, and I'm lying here.
It's like, this warbly,
just
monotone kind of thing. And there's probably like 3 chords in every song.
Correct.
That he plays.
You will see Bret Michaels playing guitar often, and it's like watching. It's like watching your youth group worship leader play guitar. He's not tearing it up.
I feel like we're just like shitting on Bret Michaels, but
let's take him down a peg. Let's take him down a peg, okay? Look at his fucking attitude. You think he needs it.
Andy and I have talked about this. Like in the first season, he is not that big of a douche, and by season 2, when he gets really popular, he becomes the biggest douche.
They take the doors off the barn,
man.
And he rolls out the douche like immediately.
Whew.
and
he almost comes off as sweet in the first season, which I think is why the show is so popular. Is it kind of like disarms you a little bit, like, oh, kind of seems like a nice guy, you know?
Okay, Tiffany, right now in this moment, Tiffany, the one who got kicked off,
Describe
that insisted herself back on. Ain't nobody like a Southside booty. Ain't no bitch bad enough to step in front of my face. These are things she's saying, and she's
on another planet. She is so drunk.
She looks like she did like NOS.
Like there's like she nothing was behind her eyeballs.
Huffing nitrous. She was huffing nitrous oxide, and she is fished out, and her eyeballs are just. She lifted up a young lady by the crotch and threw her on the pool table.
Oh, here's Sam. I love Sam.
Sam's great.
Yeah.
Let's give a moment.
She has some really cool sleeves going on. She's got this like punk rock haircut. She's really cute.
Yeah, and she's like, she gets very honestly emotional. She shares. What makes me sad is how much of these women share like legitimate life trauma, life stories with Bret Michaels on national television.
Yeah.
And then maybe they get chosen, maybe they don't.
Yeah.
To be determined. But I'm just like, man, you seem like a sweet person. Not all of you do.
I almost feel like they're lucky that they got voted off.
Yeah.
It's like, this wasn't good for you.
Yeah, how old was Sam? 23?
Yeah. Super young, you know, and I think we'll talk about her story when we get to that episode.
Yeah. No, I know what you're going to say because I was thinking about it too.
Yeah.
Heather is...
Oh, here's Heather.
Heather is a consummate threat.
Yes.
She is always... She's scheming. She's always going for the throne.
Yeah. Man. Yeah.
And she's extreme. She's got that Minnie Driver jawline that I just can't... I can't
just
get
not
over.
Your thing. I think Minnie Driver is beautiful.
Minnie Driver is beautiful.
Yeah.
But there's more like it's just a level of I don't know, man.
Just
there's not a
thing.
lot of femininity to her.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And Tiffany's going to try and use the stripper
Heather.
pole.
Yeah.
Yeah, Heather is actually a stripper. We didn't mention that.
There are a few strippers on the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Heather being one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so she is topless and tanning most days that she is in the house.
Yeah. And you see, like, you know, in this season, the girls kind of split up into 2 groups. There's the wild, crazy party stripper girls that are just drinking, doing shots on the stripper pole. And then there are the shy girls that are outside smoking cigarettes. That just don't want to get into the party drama bullshit, you know.
Yeah, it's very much like a greasers and socias kind of situation.
Yeah, and they kind of just each side kind of doesn't like the other side.
Yeah.
You know, they find each other annoying.
It gets much more clicky and like clearly clicky by the time you get to the bus where you have something called the Blontourage, where they're just segregated. Way ahead.
This is season 3.
But right now, you know, it's more just kind of like the younger, more scenester more scenester, emo almost looking chicks. And then the older kind of more, I'm an actual Poison fan kind of girls.
Like people that really know every word to every Bret Michaels song.
Now think about what those people look like. Real quick, I want you to close your eyes. If you're driving, don't close your eyes. But you had a picture immediately when we said people who know the lyrics to Bret Michaels' work.
You know exactly what we're saying.
You know that you're looking at a 2-pack a day girl.
Yeah.
You know you are. You know that they wake up and breakfast, pack of cigarettes, maybe a box of raisins, and a Corona.
Yeah. Everybody is surprisingly thin on the show, which was just kind of the thing back then too.
That was, and Bret Michaels' comments on how he loves a small butt.
Yeah.
Just to give you an idea how old this is. There's so many things that are so dated.
Yeah.
When going back to staying with the dated rather, a lot of the times when Brandy just came on screen, excuse me, when Bret will talk about the women, it gets old, and you're going to hear us say it a lot. Bret Michaels will be like, it really turned me on.
Turned me on.
And it's like there is no other barometer that he is using for anything except
he is thinking with only one of his brains at all times.
And it's so wild that he's like, why can't I find love? And then everything has to be, it didn't turn me on.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't have a physical connection.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is so wildly dated and like immature. It's
in the
so
world
insane.
that we live in now, where we know about like therapy and inner children and all of that, it's like you watch this and you know exactly why this man can never find love.
Yeah.
And you know why the women on the show also are having trouble finding love. You know, just living sort of thoughtless existence.
Yes, they are not main character material.
No, there's no self-awareness.
Yeah. A little bit of background. Bret Michaels and Poison formed in Pennsylvania.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember?
We did look this up.
Yeah, we did need to know that because
I thought for sure he was from Arizona.
Oh.
I don't know why. Is that what I said before or no?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I thought like in my head he was from Arizona.
I could see he gives off Arizona energy more than Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of Pennsylvania women that end up on the show, like a couple.
Yeah.
And they try and like really chat Pennsylvania stuff to him. And yeah. Oh, Raven. So Raven, I don't know how long. She is. The editors are having a field day with Raven right now. She's talking, and the editors are doing kind of hazy cuts to let you know that time is passing.
Stuff.
Well, yeah. And they're letting you know that time is passing. Sam is tapping her wrist where a watch would be. All about parallel universities, Cambridge University. She does evidently work for like J.P. Morgan.
Oh, no way.
Well, I mean, that's what she said. Let's look this up. Raven, Rock of Love. Because when we were watching Charm School, she mentioned something about she got passed up for something. No, you don't remember this?
No.
I'm gonna look her up. Raven.
Maybe I wasn't paying close enough attention.
Oh no. Well, okay. I'm not 100% sure, but last I checked, she's homeless.
Oh God,
living in her
that's
car,
sad.
and her mental health has deteriorated rapidly. The most recent. Okay.
That kind of breaks my heart.
Oh, seemed to have spiraled since her VH1 days. Read a blog of hers that was disturbing, to say the least.
Oh man, that makes me
extreme
sad.
Mental illness. Man,
I wouldn't say there's extreme mental illness in this show, though. I never got that vibe from her.
She doesn't last long. Spoiler.
Yeah.
So it's tough to say.
Yeah.
But I mean, to give some idea that maybe there's something there, but everybody had to go on Charm School.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, let's be real, the people applied to go on Charm School. Like, they wanted to keep being reality TV stars.
There's $100,000 at the end of that rainbow, and probably some salary to keep things interesting for the next 12 weeks or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah. But and we will cover Charm School. There's Flavor of Love Charm School season 1, and then Rock of Love Charm School season 2.
Yeah.
With Sharon Osbourne.
And Monique does Flavor of Love.
Yes,
Charm
thank you.
School.
Thank you.
But yeah, we're kind of wanting to like stick with one show at a time. So we're going to start with Rock of Love and do the Rock of Love Charm School for you guys. You're welcome.
I'm just looking at Rodeo, and I can't.
Oh, Rodeo.
I can't get enough.
That laugh.
Can't get enough of this leathery laughing bird. She is so incredibly tan, and she also wears a cowboy hat. Hence,
She hoots and hollers.
hence Rodeo. I don't know. I don't think it's a real name. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say her parents did not
probably
give
not.
her the Christian
I wonder
name
if she did a
Rodeo.
legal name change. That would be kind of impressive.
You would be impressed.
Yes.
Okay, that's not the word I was going to use. You love. Okay, Tiffany's on one. I'm waiting for her to say it.
Sloppy mess. And it was
I want her to
funny.
say it. Hey, that's
what
not.
Brandy just
Here we
said.
go. Here, oh yeah, it is. And then she's. Oh wait. Oh, I think she's saying. Is she saying the N-word?
Oh.
Did she do
that?
that?
Would not surprise me.
Because they don't usually blur out the mouth when they're cussing. You know what they're saying, but they covered her mouth, and she's getting in Dallas's face, and Dallas is a woman of color, a black woman, and
Gross.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy,
Ooh.
What do we think? Because everybody seems to be very uncomfortable right now.
I am uncomfortable.
Big John walked in the room suddenly, and they zoomed in on him. Yeah, guys,
Tiffany needs to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She now Dallas is going in on her, throwing bombs in the talking head.
Oh, and Dallas's dress is cute. There's some really
Dallas is
good,
cute.
like, early, what is it called? Early aughts?
Yes.
Early aught fashion
Yeah.
that happens in the show.
That's not Ed Hardy.
Yeah. Yeah, the girl, like, I look back at what the girls are wearing, and, some of it's, like, trashy stripper stuff.
Sure.
But some of it I'm like, oh, I wore stuff like that.
Yeah.
It is a moment in time.
Yeah.
Yes, I probably dressed like Brandy M.
I was pointing at Jess, who's always style maven.
Yeah. This
She's
cool,
very
like,
hot
rock
topic.
and roll style. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's Mia. I'm gonna bug her on Instagram. So Mia Tidwell.
Andy kind of sort of knows Mia.
Yeah. So a buddy of mine from college, he sells real estate with Mia, and they had a TV show about the real estate that they sell. And I follow them on Instagram, and so we're gonna see Mia is a contestant on Rock of Love, and now she is a realtor in San Diego.
Yes.
There is life after Rock of Love.
There can be.
You know. It's good to
that
see
breaks
that.
my heart to hear what happened to Raven.
I know. I'm going to be dealing with that. And now I'm going to want to like pull up everybody's like what happened.
I know.
Maybe that should
Yeah, like a where are they now?
we should probably do that like when we find out who gets voted off. We should probably do that to make sure that we aren't completely insulting.
Yeah.
Like if we start shitting on them and then somebody calls in and goes like, "Yeah, they died of cancer last week."
Then that's
asshole.
awful. Yeah.
But otherwise, we're dropping bombs, guys. We're coming. We're coming for throats.
We are coming in hot.
We're gonna take some heads.
Because why else do you watch reality television?
Yeah.
If not to,
talk shit.
Talk shit with someone that you have fun talking shit with, and yell at the television screen.
That's why Ashley and I like it.
Yeah.
Because we watched Vanderpump. I don't like reality TV.
I kind of roped him into my world. I have a job that requires a lot of thought all day long, and so it is very nice to come home and watch something that requires no.
You got excuses.
Thought. Yeah,
okay. So she starts watching Vanderpump Rules, and I gotta say that's like really good.
Yeah,
it's really good reality TV, and I hate most of it.
It's wonderful.
But going back and watching this, it is a different kind of high.
It is, yeah.
And I do think that you can draw.
Early Vanderpump had some of this.
It did.
Yeah. Because it was not long after this.
And they weren't taking the stars as seriously. The stars didn't know how to be. They didn't know this would be anything.
They weren't famous yet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then I think you can draw a straight line from Sharon Osbourne cracking the whip and getting girls in line on Rock of Love to Lisa Vanderpump.
Yeah.
Trying to rein in some horny 20-year-olds.
Vibes.
Right?
Similar
they are
vibes.
the business savvy colonizing queens
that
the reality TV show world needed to rein in these beauties and their more base instincts. So think about that in this TED Talk. Okay, Jess and Brett are are making a connection right now, and Jess is the
This is happening.
stylish kind of hot topic-y one.
Yeah,
Her hair is
pink
perfect.
hair is she has a hairstylist in
she
real
does?
life.
Oh,
yeah.
she is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that is why her hair is amazing. It's very, again, I hate to use the word punk rock again, but it's very punk rock.
Of anybody there, she has the most punk rock hair.
Yeah.
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 It's platinum blonde with pink in the front.
Yeah.
It rules.
Styled perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mia is coming over to steal some attention from Jess, but Mia
and Brandy C.
I just want to tell the listener at home, brunettes, you don't stand a chance with Bret Michaels.
I think he does have a preference.
Yeah.
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 Gentlemen prefer blondes. And that's yeah. He's gonna be nice to the brunettes.
Maybe it's that he's so narcissistic that he needs someone that looks exactly like him.
He's a doppelbanger.
Yeah.
He needs to fuck somebody that looks exactly like him.
A doppelbanger. That's very good.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I came up with that a long time ago. I don't think that's thank you. TM. That's me trademarking it. Okay, so now he's going to hang out with individual
some kind
women.
of fight. What's happening?
I don't think it's a fight. I think
Okay.
he's saying like, all right, everybody's
chaotic,
fighting
guys.
for my attention. I'll talk to a woman, and then somebody will grope me. So now I'm going to say I'm hanging out with you, and then you, and then you, so that it's not
definitely
just
like The Bachelor, where it's like everyone's just fighting for a few minutes because they don't want to be eliminated in the first elimination. A bunch of chicks go in the first elimination.
Tonight.
I think isn't it
on
like
this episode.
5?
Yeah, it's a lot.
In the first one, so yeah, they all are just trying to get a moment with him, so that he has like a little memory when it comes to elimination time.
Yes.
And,
And so
them
he's trying to
around.
he's trying to divvy up his time among certain people, and go
Drunk
figure
Tiffany is back.
go figure the girl that doesn't understand no has gone ahead and inserted herself
She
after
is
he
reverse
said,
straddling him on a chair.
like, Bret is already sitting on the chair like a youth group director about to tell you about masturbating is bad. And so she's sitting on that chair backwards with him in a skirt, and now she is
reverse
gyrating
cowgirling
up and down
Yes.
on his crotch. Oh, there's panties.
Yes.
At least there's panties.
Her dress is completely up around her waist.
Yeah, but at least there's panties. You know,
He had to adjust himself a little bit there.
You think he had a boner?
I don't know, maybe.
I've got a boner. That's a McLovin reference. If you didn't
don't
catch
super
it,
bad
listener. John should have pushed us down to 5. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, he's getting
he
annoyed that Tiffany
There's so
got
many
let
women.
back in.
No, he's getting annoyed that there's too many women in general.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
saying 5 total, not 5 gone. But he is definitely annoyed with Tiffany. That's a big part of it.
Oh,
Okay.
and Lacey is kind of being introduced now.
And Lacey is episode 1, foreshadowing. Lacey is wearing horns. She is wearing devil
Literal
horns. Lacey has flaming dark red hair.
And when you look in her eyes, they look almost black.
Yeah,
There is something, people call her the devil throughout the show. And sorry, Lacey, if you're out there and you ever
she seems to be doing pretty good.
upon
We looked at her Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a pretty girl, but when she gets in this mode in the show and you look in her eyes, it's a little frightening.
She goes goblin mode.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's there's a hate simmering in her eyes. And she executes on that often in this season and
She just
seasons to
pokes
come
at
of other
people.
shows.
Just pokes until they can't take it anymore.
Yeah. We are coming up on the elimination.
Oh, this is exciting.
It's really, really exciting stuff.
Yeah.
So Bret at the elimination, he always dresses up. Would you say
Question mark? He throws on like some kind of
True Religion's
cowboy jacket.
Yeah.
And maybe some nicer boots.
He's wearing some 7s for all mankind.
Yeah.
Even though those are women's jeans, I think it works. And then he throws on like a snakeskin jacket.
Yeah.
And puts on his finest bandana.
Yeah. We can give a description of his outfit to everyone for every elimination.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
We need to point out, this has been neglected. more guy liner on Bret Michaels than JD Vance.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of guy liner.
There's one scene later in the show where he wakes up and they're filming him and he puts on sunglasses. And I was like, oh, it's because he doesn't have his guy liner on yet.
Yeah.
And he will not be filmed without his guy liner.
Yeah.
And maybe some
he
concealer.
needs it to seem natural.
Yeah.
He needs it to look like I woke up like this.
I just woke up like this.
And so his outfit. Oh, and when he gets rid of a woman, Ashley, what does he say?
Oh,
no,
man.
not when he eliminates, but when he asks somebody to stay, blah, 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 when he asks somebody to stay, and when he gets rid of somebody. Do you remember what he says?
So when he asks someone to stay, it's will you stay here and be my rock of love?
No.
What does he say?
Will you continue?
Will you stay here in this house with me? Would you
rock my world? That's right. How could I forget? We've only watched like
it hurts.
15 episodes in a row.
It hurts so bad to hear him say that to somebody that he is ostensibly falling in love with. Yeah. Just to hear him say it over and over, and it's not like
rock my world. It's just so cheesy. I think that's it. It's just so cheesy. And then when they're getting eliminated, he says that their tour ends there.
Here. Yes.
Yeah, your tour ends here.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and they either get a backstage pass, right?
Yeah.
That, if they're staying and rocking his world, they get the pass.
Yes.
If their tour ends here, their pass is discarded.
Yes, they don't. Yeah. They don't get the pass.
They do not get the pass.
And they cheers after the elimination. The ones that get to stay, they toast
with Bret Michaels beer.
With Bret Brew.
Bret Brew.
I don't know if it's called Bret Brew, but I
think you're right. Actually. Yeah.
Oh my God. The fucking lost puppy is still outside.
Oh, just by herself.
What's she doing?
She just doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, girl.
It's a beautiful view, though. That's probably fucking what I would be doing.
You'd be better for it. Yeah. It's like there's a moment of like, what are you doing? Do you want to win the game? And then there's a moment of, no,
I don't care.
You had second thoughts, and I cannot blame you for this.
And I don't think anyone realized at this point in history what reality television could at least temporarily do for you. So some people don't care about the fame really yet.
They don't know that this becomes like an infinite meal ticket into other dumber reality TV that will just be like, do you want to make $80K over the next couple months? Yeah.
It was more just like fun.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's
just something you would do for fun that maybe would never go anywhere.
Yeah.
Especially the first season, because they did not expect the show to be popular.
Yeah. No, it took the world by storm, and I remember watching it live and just
Same.
I was 2007. How old was I? 25.
Okay.
25, 26. And I don't know what broke in me that made me say, yeah, I'm a reality TV show guy. I didn't watch Survivor.
Yeah, men watched it, women watched it. Like, yeah.
I didn't watch Survivor. I didn't watch Bachelor if that was on around that same time. I watched 3 seasons of Real World.
Yeah.
The good ones.
Mm-hmm.
And
I watched a lot of Real World.
And then something just said, you got to watch this. And I think it was that that it was so tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah.
That it's like, we're going to do a reality show that makes fun of reality shows.
Well, and I think when like
dating shows,
the promos came out, I think people thought it was a joke, right? And then you would hear other people say, it's actually really good.
Yeah.
And so I think that and they would play back episodes and stuff so you could get caught up.
That might have been it. You have one sick day at home.
Yeah.
You put on VH1 in the morning for some pop-up video.
Everyone started hearing a buzz, and it was like, okay, maybe I'll give it a chance. And then it was just like, everyone watched it. I don't know someone that didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was a sick day and it was just on for like 3 hours consecutively in the middle of the day because it was backlog. And then it's just like, oh my God.
This is fantastic.
TiVo this shit every single time it shows up. I need to know what happens.
Watch this. I have to know who's gonna fall off the bar tonight.
Because that was around the time that like everybody started getting DVRs from the cable company. I swear to God,
they're doing Tiffany talking, and it's they did actual subtitles for her.
They do that again.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's just literal gibberish.
They do that with some people. They insert subtitles and they do it phonetically. They don't do it so that you can better understand them.
They do it to make fun of the person.
Yes, they do it to like draw attention to how
Brandy sees here in a bikini.
Oh,
No, by the way, nobody else is in a bikini.
That's the one you like.
No, I like Brandy M.
Oh, you like Brandy M.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brandy C
talks like a baby.
She does.
Oh, Brett.
I don't have any money.
I'm just a baby.
I'm just a little baby. And she's got big boobs.
She's just ridiculous. She's just the definition of an airhead, and she owns it. She doesn't want to be anything other than an airhead.
And so in that spirit, she came outside in a bikini.
Yes.
While everybody else is
Hey,
fully
Brett,
clothed.
let me steal you away for a second. Hey, Brett, let me steal you away for a second.
And
she's like a frisky, frolicking puppy, Lacey says.
If she had a brain cell, it would be lonely. That's Lacey. There you go. Just
there you go.
Capital H hater. But this is you don't see this. You don't see this level of shamelessness.
No.
Most dating shows have people with dignity and self-respect. Things that people on Rock of Love seem to be blissfully unburdened by. That was me quoting Vanderpump Rules.
Blissfully unanchored.
Unanchored. Oh, I liked burdened.
Yeah.
It's synonymous, unanchored.
Oh, Stassi Schroeder, I heart you.
Okay. Oh, if you're listening, Stassi, give us a hey, girl. Rodeo is like personal trainer level fit.
Yeah.
She's jacked.
She is jacked. She is muscular, and she could be like in one of those competitions.
Yeah.
They're posing and getting greased up.
Between how tan I think that might be why she's so tan. Maybe, do you think she does like bikini weight bodybuilding?
I would not put it past her. Yeah, I have not looked this up, but I'm like, that's what her body type kind of looks like.
You know what?
Yeah.
I wish we had a giant computer in front of us that would tell us
oh my gosh.
if she's a fitness queen. Cindy, her name's Cindy. Rodeo Steedle. Cindy Rodeo. She does ride horses, by the way, guys. This is important.
Checks out. Yes.
She's got a Facebook. There's a Cindy Steedle Rock of Love wiki fandom.
Okay.
All right, let's take a look. Number one, 25 minutes.
Anything worthwhile?
She has a crazy laugh. I think that's important.
It's a hoot and a holler.
It is a cackle.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
She cackles.
And they emphasize the producers, the editors make sure that gets emphasized.
Yeah.
Every time Rodeo says something.
Yeah, and I don't remember if she was married, but she definitely has a child. She has a young boy.
Yes. We'll get to that in another episode.
Okay,
but
fine.
Yeah.
But she rides horses. Her name's Rodeo. Mm-hmm. She's super tan.
That's all we know about her right now.
She's absolutely jacked. And she's got a cackle
She's
laugh.
a good time.
She's a good time.
I like Rodeo. She seems to be generally nice to everyone.
Wholesome.
Yeah. She's a nice lady.
Okay, Brandy, whatever, already has eye makeup washing down her face like she's in The Crow.
Yeah, they do this elimination after they've all been drinking all night, I think.
It's day one.
Yeah, it's day one.
Choices are made every day.
Oh, and Heather with her 80s.
Yes. So
teased hair.
Heather, when we said there are people on this show that are younger and hipper, and there are people who look like they know the lyrics to every Bret Michaels song.
Heather knows the lyrics.
Heather knows the lyrics.
Yeah.
And you need to envision that person because she shows up to every elimination with
teased and
Jesus,
hairsprayed,
abused,
just
big
hair to the sky.
Insane. And version of, and she's a stripper. A dancer.
I don't remember that being in style back then even. And I think even the other girls are just like, what is she doing? I think, you see in the second season that she makes a joke about it. And I think it's because she saw all of the comments or input after this aired about her crazy hair.
Social media existed, right?
Yeah.
So
maybe MySpace.
There you go.
Yeah.
So Rodeo and Heather have gotten their
I don't know if I have my timing
passes.
right, but that seems right.
MySpace?
MySpace.
That sounds right to
me. Yeah.
Oh, so Heather, Rodeo, Jess are in the clear.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I believe we've talked about all three of them.
Jess is just adorable.
She is. She's just naturally pretty human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of, even though she looks kind of punk rock, she's very down to earth and
And Sam gets a backstage pass, also just a naturally pretty.
Yes.
Doesn't have big inflatable boobs. There's a lot of them. We haven't said that. There's
What's
a
her
lot
name
of
again? Helena? No.
Magdalena?
Magdalena. Yeah.
Magdalena,
okay.
she's Polish, right?
I think so.
So
Yeah.
Magdalena is like this tall supermodel type from Poland with like a kind of low voice. And I think she's taller than Brett because Brett's what do you say, like 5'10",
5'10".
which means the cowboy boots are putting on 2 inches. He's probably 5'8.5".
Yeah. Brandy M gets a pass.
And she's the
one of my
stripper.
favorites. Yeah.
She's a dancer. What do we?
Yeah.
What's the?
They say
nomenclature?
dancer. The
Yeah.
girls say dancer in the show.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to be hating.
Yeah, I feel like,
work
more
is work.
power.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Do we remember her?
No.
Mia gets a pass. Our friend Mia in real estate.
Someone got a pass whose name we can't even remember.
So that doesn't, don't worry about it.
Aaron gets
There's
a
an
pass.
Aaron. This person's name is. Oh, Aaron's the one. They make fun of her clown-sized boobs. Often the other women are just like clown boobs.
This show showcases the viciousness that can happen between women behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Like, they are gnarly to each other.
Why are you like that, women?
I hate that we can treat each other that way.
I do
you
too.
know?
I'm an ally, and I wish women you would stop doing that, and that we could all come together, and girl boss is one.
Yeah.
More people getting passes.
Takes
More
head
people
off
getting
joint.
antsies. Okay, somebody made a grabby booby motion. Oh, is there only one pass
There's
left?
only one left.
Woo!
Who's it going
There's a
to?
lot of people that are looking really nervous. Brandy with her running
Brandy
eye
C.
makeup, looking really nervous. But okay, this is tense, guys.
Oh man.
Don't do this
My
to us.
blood
It's going to
pressure
cut
is
away to
rising.
commercial, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
He is
I'm
such
completely on the fence, he says.
So you see Bret Michaels in concert, you see him doing the eliminations, you see him in the talking heads, and he is one of the least charismatic rock stars you've ever seen talk.
But there is kind of like, especially in the first season, there's kind of a down home boy quality that I can see.
That's charming.
Okay.
Yeah,
all like
right.
he seems.
You're just thinking we're going too hard on Bret, and you're trying to soften the blow, and I don't
but
care.
I can kind of see it a little bit, is what I'm saying. Like, he seems to be friendly, inclusive. He's like kind of a down home kind of guy. I don't know. You could have a beer with him kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not charisma.
No.
That's
yeah.
not riz.
No.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I'm watching him just kind of like, he looks asleep. And maybe is it low blood sugar? He does have diabetes.
Diabetes.
He does. If you didn't know this, Bret does have diabetes, and that comes
and that's
up
how he
later
says
in the
it.
season. He does call it diabetes.
Diabetes.
This is true. All right. Oh my gosh. He's talking about how there were a lot of women that were not engaged, that did not make a move at him. But he was also annoyed at how many people were trying to steal his attention.
Right.
away.
It's a lose-lose situation.
So this is war games. The only way to win is not to play. How do you win Rock of Love? By never having been a contestant on Rock of
He
Love.
gives his final pass to Brandy C.
Yay, Brandy C. And
the baby
Raven
talking
rolls her
beauty.
eyes. I wonder how within one day of being on one episode of Rock of Love, Raven gets voted off the show, but gets the okay to come be on Charm School. You know, like what Charm School, the idea behind Charm School, let's skip ahead just a little bit, is, some of these women be crazy. And
they need to be, taught etiquette.
yeah, and Raven's only sin was talking for like a couple minutes straight. Oh, they've got an extra
trying
pass.
to say something. And that is a common thing that you'll start seeing throughout the show, too. It does seem that people get kept around because the producers said they need to be kept around.
150%. That will come up.
Because they are making good reality TV.
And in that vein, Tiffany, the drunk who forced her way back on here, I'm pretty sure she's back because she sucked Big John's dick. That's what Dallas said about Tiffany. Tiffany gets a surprise backstage pass to stay there.
Brandy C wasn't the last one. Tiffany also gets one.
And that is a producer move if you ever saw one.
Yep. They're like, this chick is entertaining.
This is television gold.
Yes.
She stays.
Yeah. And by the way, like we said earlier.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Don't throw me was a good time.
Sorry, I interrupted.
I think he even says that when he picks her. I was gonna say we kind of already touched on this, but the amount of drunk that she gets, like that would
Troubling.
not happen on a reality. And they're like, let's keep her around and see if she does it again.
Yeah, let's invite problem alcoholics onto our show and continue to give them access to unlimited booze.
Yeah, yeah.
So Brett is saying goodbye to somebody.
She's very pretty.
She's blonde. She's got strong,
she's very
like
perky.
Krista. We're saying
Sorry,
goodbye to
guys.
Raven.
Some of these people that get eliminated in the first episode, it's, we only saw them for a few minutes, so it's hard for us to remember their names.
Raven said he can kiss my blue-eyed black butt with a smile. Raven's out. Sorry, girl.
And she's pissed.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
This poor woman looks still a little slammered.
A little bit,
and her
yeah.
name is... They didn't give us a name, did they? Oh,
I think they will.
She's trying to talk. Jessica. All right. So we've got Krista, Raven, Jessica. You're out. And then the lost puppy dog that didn't say two words
Didn't
to
say
anybody.
a word.
And she's like, too many girls, not enough time. Okay, bye.
She's got a little bit of resting bitch face.
Listen, I respect resting bitch face. I respect
I
it.
didn't say it was good or bad. I just said she's got it.
I thought I used to be like, what, man? Why can't women smile? I don't even know what resting bitch face's name was. I got Bonnie, but I don't remember who the other person was.
I know.
Oh well. I'm sure the listeners are really mad at us right now about this.
This is important.
But
this is hard hitting information.
Ashley.
We didn't describe his outfit. Long
quick.
Black leather jacket, black bandana, nice jeans, yes.
Bell bottom
jeans.
Cowboy boots.
But
Collared
dress-up
shirt.
jeans.
He's wearing a collared shirt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh.
Now we've come up to the end. Everybody's cracking a can of Brett Brew. And toasting, because they will stay in this house and continue to rock his world. Ashley, do you have a few words for any of our fallen soldiers this episode?
Oh, our eulogies. That's right.
Are you googly? Yeah.
Are you googlies?
We got 5 technically, but I don't know what the homegirl's name was.
Oh no.
Mystery
Wait, name them
homegirl.
off again.
Krista. Raven. Jessica. Bonnie. And then mystery.
Was Bonnie
Quiet
the puppy
girl.
eyes?
Bonnie was the tall brunette.
Okay.
The tall, skinny brunette.
This
girl.
is so hard because, like I was saying a few minutes ago, we just don't know much about
Ashley,
them.
I need you to play the game. This is not a. This is you. I need you to yes and right now. Okay. You're not yes anding.
Okay.
And it's really hurting the show.
We gather here today to honor the moments that Raven spent in this house of hell.
Yes, Lord.
Father God.
Amen. Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
We lift Raven up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I had to go with Raven because what's happening with her now just breaks my heart. I'm sorry, this isn't funny, but
it's not funny.
It's not funny. But
and she did nothing to deserve being kicked off, and she did nothing to deserve what's going on in her life.
No, she was really trying to have a nice conversation with Brett. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna give a serious eulogy for Raven. Much love, Raven. I hope you're doing okay out there.
Raven, you served your time on Rock of Love, and it's a bold, brave move. One of only 2 black women or women of seemingly any color that shows on this show. And so to go into a house with a bunch of white girls, one of whom it appears is comfortable using the N-word, absolutely brave. And we're sorry you had to endure that and anything else going on in your life. Yeah. Man, we're really closing out on a fucking oof.
Ooh, oof.
Let's close out on that oof, huh? Feels good.
Feels real good. Well, despite closing on an oof, I mean, I love this show. I'm so glad we're doing this podcast.
Yeah, I think the next one's going to be, I think we're going to be looking at half-hour episodes. Mm-hmm. I think the pilot episode is an hour long. Mm-hmm. Our follow-up episodes, now that you've met us and know a little bit about the premise of the show, we should be looking at coming in about a half hour per week.
Yeah.
And we'll treat you to some fun recollections of your good boys and girls, good boy and girls.
Only one boy.
Yes.
Well, two
Big
important
John,
boys. Yeah.
2 important boys and 70 important girls. But I am Andy.
I am Ashley.
And this has been Mock of Love. We look forward to talking to you again next week. Have a great day.